Hi everyone, I'm Ski Okafor, broadcasting live from Point Blank Music School in East London. Welcome to today's Artist Hangout in the Academy of Electronic Music, brought to you by Google, Armada Music, DJ Mag and Point Blank. I'm course developer and tutor at Point Blank, and I'm putting the 7 winners and you through your paces on the Electronic Music Composition course via this series of exclusive Hangouts. If you like what you see in these EMC Hangouts and would like to enrol on the full course, head on over to www.pointblankonline.net/electronic-music-composition. As an Academy viewer, you can claim a 10% discount off the course fees with this code. So it's week 4 of this exclusive Hangout series, and today we are happy to welcome Christian Burns to join you and the 7 winners. Today's VIP is not just known as the featured singer on the records of BT, Armin van Buuren, Tiesto, Benny Benassi and Paul van Dyk, but also a talented songwriter in his own right. Christian has just released his debut album, Simple Modern Answers, on Armada Music. If you're watching live and want to ask Christian a question about how he approaches vocals in dance music, please post it in the comments section. So, hi Christian, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. How you doing?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Everyone.
Thanks so much for coming along.
Hey, no worries, pleasure.
Fantastic. Well, look, I thought we'd just kick off the session by playing some of your tracks. You sent me some links earlier on today, and these are all tracks from your album.
Yes, these are 3 singles that have been from my album, my album that's out at the minute called Simple Modern Answers. So I thought it would be very relevant.
Fantastic. Okay, well, I'm going to play the first track now, Bullet. I'll just play a minute of it, and then we'll just have a quick chat about the track. Okay?
Okay, cool.
I'm lying in the shadows on the floor. Oh, run to me. You've gotta help me tear this wall down so we can see a bright heart that's in the distance. Come to me. You've gotta take away this blackness so I can see again. A bullet through my heart, but I'm still breathing. I'm lying in the shadows on the floor. Oh.
I was going to sound really geeky then and say I really like the DX7 in that, but there are other things to look at in that video as well, aren't there?
You noticed that then? Yeah.
So, yeah, how did that track come about?
Yeah, well, that was it was one of them situations with that track. It was actually a track I wrote about 5 years ago. Didn't quite know what to do with it, and then we came to work on the album, and I just sent the a cappella to Stefan de Broek, who produced it. And it was kind of one of them where, recycled an old song and he just killed it. Yeah, I was just made up with what he did. He did something completely different. And that's how that one came along, really. And that was the first single off the album. So
Yeah, fantastic. So what? So you had an original version. That was one that you worked on yourself, or was that with someone else? Or
yeah, that was something I worked on myself, by myself. And I had this idea, and I didn't quite. It was one of them tracks. You sometimes you have the ones you don't quite finish.
Yeah.
I just kept coming back to it, and I just knew there was something great in there. So
yeah.
I just sent it over to him and said, "Look, there's something in here, and I can't find it. Can you help me find it?" And he loved it.
Fantastic. Okay, let's move on to the next track. Let's just get the menu up here. Okay, so this is with Paul Oakenfold, As We Collide. Let's just give this a play. Great tune.
Yeah.
Can't tell you the amount of times I've been mixed up with Paul Oakenfold, but
Yeah, that was one. That was a track. Jess is a great vocalist, one of my favourite female vocalists in the EDM scene. We were touring together with Tiesto on the Elements of Life tour, and it was after one of the gigs in Europe. I said, why don't you come over to England for a few days and we'll do some write a song together. So it was something I wanted to do with Jess. So we actually came over, stayed at mine, we wrote this song, and it was about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years ago. And then, again, I was I wanted to find the right time to release it. So I thought I definitely want this on my album. So I sent it to Paul and he loved it. And he produced that up and give it a totally different feel. That's been a big song for me off the record. So it's a little bit different as well, to do with duet.
I'm interested. You said you wrote that from scratch with Jess. Do you find that that's sort of a comfortable situation, actually sort of sitting down with someone and like trying to write a song, or?
Most of the time, you don't know until you get in the room with that person, and it might be really awkward. But most of the time, I only kind of write with people that I kind of know or have met and had a relation. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot easier that way, because it's such a personal thing to write a song, especially lyrics and melodies. So it's to be comfortable, in that situation. It is important, and it reflects on how the tune, comes out, I think.
Totally. You want someone that you can kind of bounce ideas off.
Totally. It's important to be comfortable. I mean, a lot of the times, though, I will write songs just via, people will send me tracks and stuff, and that's a completely different. But also that's cool because I'm in my own studio, in my own time, and can do it my own way. So that's also a very comfortable situation to be writing in. But it was great working with Jess. It was she's such a great vocalist. It was great to have her in the studio. It was just great to have another vocalist in my studio. So I was just like, you sing it, Jess, you sing it. I'll just record. I'll be the producer today. It was like.
Brilliant. Okay, well, look, one more track. Let's just go back to the playlist here. So this is Paul van Dyk one, and
this is the Paul van Dyk one, and I've just got an email before saying it's gone to #1 in Poland, so that was good.
Oh, that's a nice email to get, isn't it? Fantastic.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
I'm driving to the start, so we can do it all again. We can see it all again. This time we don't pretend. You wrap around my heart, it'll never let you go, 'cause I never let you go. I gotta make it to the end. So let's break out together with the stars like glass tonight. So we'll just keep giving and we can't stop now. It can't kill you if you don't stop running. We are tonight. We are tonight. So we'll just keep living and we won't stop now. It won't kill us if we just keep running. We are tonight. We are tonight. I train my heart to grow.
Great, massive tune. I mean, wow, what a hook on that track.
Yeah, it's one of them ones. I mean, obviously, I wanted some moments on the album, some, big epic moments. So that was my, epic moment on the album, I suppose. And it was a track. I mean, it was a track. It was, I wrote it. I started the track off in Los Angeles, where I like to go and do, a lot of writing over there. Something in the air over there. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I wrote that one. It was a couple of years ago when I first started for the record. And then, me and Paul worked very closely together, basically sending files backwards and forwards until we got the finished product. And I'm happy with how it turned out. And the video was an absolute nightmare to do because I had to learn the whole song backwards.
Oh, right. Wow.
Yeah, so I was learning. It was
Really?
one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
Wow.
So that's over. But yeah, that was it was a great one. It was great to have Paul involved.
Yeah.
On the record, you know.
Yeah. So is that track out sort of like worldwide, or is that, you mentioned it was #1 in Poland?
Yeah, that's out now. That track's out now. So
Cool.
The album's out a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, we're still working that single.
Yeah, brilliant.
So you can check it out now.
Yeah.
You can buy it now.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations. And I thought it'd be a good time to just sort of hand over to the guys. I know they've sent some questions over. I'm going to kick off with Ryan, actually. Hi, Ryan. How you doing?
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, mate. You all right?
All right, fellow Northerner.
Nice one. Right, yeah, I've got a few questions for you. You've obviously worked with a lot of big name producers around the world, and obviously you make tracks yourself. What methods do you use, to process vocals on your tracks with reverbs, delays, and EQs? Have you got anything like basic that you start off from all the time?
To be honest with you, there's a bass I do. I've got a nice microphone. I've got a nice Neumann U87. I've got some nice gear for it to run through. So the chain, I've got a nice 1176 and Neve EQ preamp, and that's me kind of meat and potatoes of the vocal sound. Yeah. And then it all depends on the track. I play around with different effects and stuff. You've got to start with a really solid, good quality vocal, and then you can do anything you want to it, really. I've been actually using, recently, I love the Valhalla reverbs. I think there's some of, if not the best reverbs out there. And I've also been using Nectar, which is an isotope plugin, which is a vocal plugin, which is really great, especially if you're looking just to flip through different kind of completely different vocal sounds in a kind of writing environment or creative environment of speed. It's great, and you get some really, really good sounds out of that. So
are you talking like flicking through the presets and stuff like that, and then just like obviously seeing which ones affect it? And
flicking through the presets. People are like, presets? No, don't use presets. But to be honest with you, it's a great starting block, and it's the same with doing sounds. On synths and soft synths. It's a great place to start, is to get something ballpark and then just tweak it and make it your own, So, obviously, these presets for like things like Nectar and stuff, the EQ is not correct all the time because they don't know what mic you've got, it's a different room you've got, what voice you've got, it all depends. So you need to use your ears, but it's great. It's great. I love that Nectar plugin. But I use all kinds of effects.
Yeah, cool. I'll check that next one out. I've never heard of it, but I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, it's good. I think they just brought a new one, Nectar 2, out.
Wicked. Sounds good. Have I got time for another question, Ski?
Go for it, Ryan.
Limited. You've done obviously a lot of collaborations with big artists as well. From us winning the Academy and moving forward with Armada, how would you say to go about asking like a collaboration project with kind of a big name DJ or like yourself or anything like that?
I think, for me personally, I can't speak for everyone else, but for me personally, it's just about working with great tracks, great producers. So, whether it be an up-and-coming art, producer or a big name, I'm totally open for working with anyone. Really. It's all about the end product and if I'm inspired by the track. So I'd say just be cheeky and ask these people. Don't think anything's out your reach, because you need to get that first break, so just approach everyone, but make sure you've got something really great to play them first.
Of course.
But just go for it,
maybe I can get your email after this is all done, and then
is that like what you did there?
There you go.
Live to the world.
You walked straight into that one, but...
Sorry, something wrong with it. It's breaking up there. Sorry. Something wrong with your microphone. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's all right. You can watch it back afterwards, Christian. Yeah, you can get the question again. Yeah.
We'll have a chat after this then.
Wicked. That's cool.
Thanks a lot. Let's head over to Adrian and Vlad. How you doing, guys?
Hey, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Cool. I'll just show Vlad as well. These guys are a duo, Adoriani. You've got a couple of questions.
Yeah, Christian, please tell us how important it is to have great vocals in EDM songs.
I think I think the vocal is I'm not just saying it because I'm a vocalist. It's one of the most important elements of a track. I mean, I can't stress how important it is to get your vocals sounding really good and really take the time and care and attention to every little detail, because it really makes a difference. You know, you can spend a lot of time in a vocal, and it can be tedious sometimes, you know, in Logic or whatever, in all the fades and the crackles and, you know, fixing everything perfectly. But, you know, it can make a big difference to your track. I mean, if you've got a great track with a crappy sounding vocal, it's just going to make your track sound crap. You know, it's so true. So I would just say, you know, just really go to town and spend a lot of time on it, making it as perfect as you can, you know, if that's what you're aiming for.
Would you tell us what should the producer think or bear in mind when writing an EDM song for the lyrics?
Well, I mean, people are torn on this. A lot of people are like, you know, it's got to be positive. It's got to be, you know, we are saving the world. We've got to. But I think at the end of the day, you know, I think you just got to. You can put yourself in a box sometimes if you kind of try and just write specific song for EDM. I think anything goes, you know. It's just a great lyric that connects with people. So, you know, it's just got to touch people, whether it be a positive song or a sad song. People can still sing along to sad songs, you know, in a dance format. So I would just say, just try and just make sure it's something that touches people, you know.
Yeah, thank you.
Great, thanks a lot.
There you go.
Let's head over to Ramon. Ramon, how you doing?
Yeah, hi, I'm good, thanks. Hi, Christian. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Ramon, how you doing, man? You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, thanks. Yeah, my first question is, as you start to sing, what was your biggest inspiration?
Wow, I mean, I think going back in time, I think the biggest inspiration for me is my dad. I mean, my dad's a musician. He was always playing guitar when I was a little baby, you know, in the house, and it just kind of, I kind of seen my dad, he had a little Tascam 4-track studio, and I was just fascinated when I was a kid, just used to watch him playing on it and making songs. And I think that was my inspiration, my first inspiration to get me to pick a guitar up and to start, you know, doing music at the age of like 13. So, yeah, I'd have to say my biggest inspiration was my dad.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And what is your most emotionally moment in your career? I think the emotionally moments are a little bit different when you are a singer than a producer, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think you know, it's them times in the studio. I mean, you know, there's days where I go in the studio and nothing's coming out that sounding like how I want it to sound, you know. And then them kind of days, I kind of just turn it off and go and watch a movie or go shopping or whatever. You can't force it, but them days when you kind of hit the nail on the head in the studio is quite magic, you know. And it's such a great feeling. And yeah, then some you know, in some of the shows, you can really feel that emotion when you're performing it, you know, and the crowd is singing about. I mean, there's nothing better than having a song you wrote in your pajamas in your studio, and then, you know, the next thing you're on stage in front of 60,000 people and they're all singing it back to you. It's such an amazing feeling, you know, and that can be quite
okay. Cool. Okay, thanks a lot, Christian.
No worries, Ramon.
Great. We're going to head over to Jonathan now. How you doing, Jonathan?
Yes, Key, how you doing?
Yeah, good, man.
Hey, Jonathan.
Hi, Christian. How are you, man?
I'm good, mate.
Okay, these are my questions. When you had to work with people like Tiesto, Armin, or BT, you felt some kind of pressure, and if so, how did you handle it?
I think I just look at it as just another song. If I start to put pressure on myself and think, oh wow, I'm working with this guy and he's sold this many records, and I don't personally work quite well under that kind of pressure. I work good under like time frame, you know, if I've got this has got to be ready for next Wednesday. That kind of pressure is okay, but I don't know. For me, it's just I don't put that kind of pressure on myself. They're just people like you and me, you know what I mean? And you shouldn't let that kind of make you get a little bit scared from working with these people. So I think, yeah, I don't put that kind of pressure on myself. And I don't know how, I just don't think about it. You know?
Okay.
Okay.
I produce my own music, but when it comes to picture one lyric on a song, it makes me difficult. You follow some steps, or just everything falls in your mind when you're listening to a track on which
Well,
you're going to sing?
I think, you know, getting back to the lyrics, for me, it's all about, you know, feelings, and tapping into that feeling, whether it be something you went through 6 years ago or 7 years ago. You've got to kind of just go back in your mind and imagine how you felt at that time in that situation. You know, once you've got a concept for a song, you kind of tap into them feelings and how you felt, and just kind of, you know, spill it out into lyrics. But it's literally different every time for me. Sometimes I'll just have, you know, a hook in my head, and I'll have some words, and I'll work on that, you know, on that little seed. And sometimes, you know, believe it or not, I get the mic up and I've got an instrumental and I'm just writing a track and I'm just singing some melodies, and I'll actually sing a lot of gobbledygook, just, you know, nonsense. But I listen back to it and I actually pick out words from that. And because it's for me as well, when writing lyrics, it's not just about the lyric and what it means. It's also got to sing and sound good, you know, with the track. So sometimes I do it that way. But yeah, I have a book of ideas which I've been collecting for like 8 years, with so many lyric ideas, and I just go to that. I find one idea and I just expand on that, really. But just to really try and tap into how you would feel in that situation, and you know, and then split it out into a song.
I was listening to a demo of Billie Jean Michael Jackson did the other day, and I think he's got the kind of the main chorus, but then a lot of the other lyrics are just kind of, you know.
Yeah, I've heard that one. He's kind of, he's just starting singing gobbledygook. Yeah,
but it's all about the sort of the rhythm and the intonation. You know, he's obviously kind of got that real strong idea from the start. But yeah, you know, he wanted to kind of get that down and then almost like you know, fill it in with the lyrics afterwards.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's the most of the time. That's what I do. I mean, I have lyric ideas, but a lot of the times I hear melodies and rhythms of you know, vocals in my head, and I have to spit that out first and get that down so I don't forget it.
Yeah.
And then I kind of shoehorn the lyrics in around the melody, you know. I mean, but people do it different. People write whole poems and then they put it to music. So I kind of do melody first, then lyrics later.
Right. Okay. Do you use any like kind of apps, like for iPad or iPhone or anything, to kind of get down ideas?
No, I mean, I use I use my dictaphone.
Right.
You know,
okay.
All the time, because literally, you know, the thing about is when you write it, it's like you don't know when inspiration can hit you. You could be, you know, in the shower. You know, you could be out in a club, you could be out shopping, and you could be in the bath, whatever. So I just literally grab my phone. The great thing is about having an iPhone is, you know, 24/7.
Yeah.
I've got it there, and it's next to my bed. And because funny enough, I get a lot of ideas just before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
I get ideas, and it's like, but it's great, you know. It's great. It's good, and you never missed an idea.
Yeah.
So
brilliant.
You know.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you, Christian.
Aaron.
No worries.
How you doing? Are you there? Somehow I can see you, but well, look. I tell you what. I've got a couple of his questions. So if he jumps back in, then he can answer. He can ask you for something. Oh, is he there? Okay. Now I'll ask his question. So look, Aaron said one of my favourite tracks is This Light Between Us. How was the process of creating this track? He thinks it's very melodic, but also gloomy and dark.
Yeah, well, I like gloomy and dark's good. I like gloomy and dark. I mean, it's a little bit sad, but it's got a lot of hope in the song.
Actually, Christian, we've lost your picture. You haven't muted your camera.
No, I've not. It was
right.
still there.
Maybe you're going to come back in a minute, but it's fine. Carry on talking, and we can still hear you. That's the main thing.
Yeah, no, it was one of them tracks, really. Armin, you know, sent me the instrumental, and I kind of wrote the whole track in like 2 hours. It was one of them tracks that, and it's great when that happens. You know, it just kind of flowed and came together pretty quickly. But yeah, and it's a little bit dark, you know, and the melodies and stuff. But it's got a lot of hope in the song as well, which is something that I like to do. It doesn't have to all be doom and gloom.
Yeah.
You can get some hope into it as well.
Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah, Aaron's actually completely disappeared now, so and you have as well. But we can still hear you. But
wow, I've been deleted.
But well, we're sort of running out of time now, Christian. But I just want to say, you know, thanks so much for coming along for the Academy of Electronic Music, and you know, it's great that we've been concentrating so much on vocals over the last week or so. So it's brilliant for you to come along, you know, and actually sort of share your experience and your expertise.
Yeah, no problem. You know, I hope it helped, and I think it's great. You know what you're doing. This is fantastic, and good luck, guys.
Yeah. Well, likewise, you know, good luck with all your projects as well. And yeah, hopefully catch you again very, very soon. Yeah, no, I'll see you soon, guys. Definitely. Let's do this again. It's great, and good luck. Yeah, it's sounding great, guys. I had to listen to all the snippets of your stuff. It sounded fantastic. So, yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Christian.
Fantastic. Okay, so if you want to know more about how to finish your productions and get through that block when you need more inspiration to complete your track and arrangement, head over to www.pointblankonline.net/electronic-music-composition and get enrolled on the full course. AM Academy viewers are entitled to 10% off by using this discount code. So that's it for today. See you tomorrow for the deconstructing session at 3 p.m. UK time. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.